Hello everyone, welcome back to Scented Moments channel. I'm Angelique, hope you're all doing well. And because winter just arrived, it's time to talk about my top 10 best winter fragrances of this year. And like usual, I will talk about my top 5 designers and top 5 niche. But technically this year I have a tie in the designer category. So I will talk about 6 designer fragrances. But well, starting with the designer side of things, in the number 5 spot, it's from House of Dolce & Gabbana, and it is the One Mysterious Night. What a fragrance this is. This is right now my favorite The One version. This has a heavy dose of saffron, a jammy sweet rose with a very small hint of oud, with the One DNA. Mostly the One Eau de Parfum DNA. Fantastic. The most prominent note here, it's rose. I already did a review of this one. I absolutely love this Mysterious Night version. It's so sensual, so sexy. Oh man. And great performance actually. Better than the One Eau de Parfum. Not that I ever got any issues with performance with the One Eau de Parfum, but this one has a better performance, slightly better performance. Stunning fragrance. Just number 5 because it's very hard to get it. It's not readily available. If so, this would be much higher in this list. I love this one. Sensual, very alluring, very addictive scent, and very unique for a designer in my opinion. So it's the One Mysterious Night. Coming in the number 4 spot, this is a newcomer and I very recently did a review of this one. This doesn't need any introduction in the Homme. It's from House of Viktor and Rolf, and it is Spicebomb Extreme. This one, it definitely deserves all the hype. It's very hyped in the fragrance community. It's a staple in a lot of people winter fragrance rotation, and I completely understand why. It's all about cinnamon, tobacco, and vanilla with some spices. It's not a literal intensified version of Viktor and Rolf's Spicebomb, the original. It's not. The only similarity is the spices. The spices used in here, it's the same used in the original Spicebomb. But here it's more toned down. The spices here are more toned down. This is all about cinnamon, a lot of vanilla, and tobacco. Stunning fragrance, again, very sexy. This is a very sexy fragrance. Great performance, not beastly like a lot of people rave about this fragrance, but great performance nonetheless, very addictive. If you love tobacco vanille, if you love Herod from Parfum de Marly, I think you will definitely love this one. Although this is still different from those fragrances that I already mentioned, but it goes in the same category. So if you are searching for that type of fragrance, but maybe a more affordable fragrance, in that category, this is a stunning alternative. Man, this is really good, very addictive, it has even a gourmandish feel. The vanilla here, it's sweet and it goes into a gourmand territory, I would even say. I really love this one. It's Spicebomb Extreme by Viktor and Rolf, and this is in the number 4 spot. Now coming in the number 3 spot, it's from House of Mugler, and this is already a staple in my winter fragrance rotation. It is Pure Malt. Pure Malt, number 3 spot, but still it's always present in my winter lists. This is my favorite boozy designer fragrance. So this is all about whiskey. This is all about dried fruits and patchouli. But this fragrance, it's so realistic in the whiskey part, and it's very sexy in my opinion. Perfect for winter, great performance. I don't get any issues with performance whatsoever. I don't know what the batch code is of this fragrance, but I already have this fragrance like for 3 years at least. Just think this was my first blind buy, and what a successful blind buy it was. I love this. This is one of my all-time favorite boozy fragrances. This is one of the best boozy fragrances out there, even comparing with niche fragrances, to be honest. I absolutely love this one. It's one of my favorites from Mugler, of course. It is in the number 3 spot, Pure Malt. Now coming in the number 2 spot, and here I have a tie, but I couldn't leave any of these fragrances out of this list because these are fantastic for the winter time, and both are quite underrated, although one is more underrated than the other. So first, I will talk about a fragrance that, well, I absolutely love. You all know how much I love this. I already did a review of this one, and this is for me the best date night scent. It is from the house of Zadig and Voltaire. This is Him. This is Him is one of the most unique designer fragrances ever released in the last couple of years. This is Him is all about spices. It's all about incense and this creamy yet slightly dusty sandalwood. Wow, it's so mysterious and so sensual and so enveloping. It's absolutely fantastic. Great performance also. This is an eau de toilette concentration, but the performance actually, it's fantastic on my skin. Perfect for winter in my opinion. Also great for fall overall. But this is, if you're searching for a unique designer scent, check this one out. And it's very well blended. It's not scratchy. Everything is very well put together. Stunning scent. I mean, the opening can be a bit scratchy because of the pepperiness, but that quickly fades away, and then you have this fantastic incense followed by this creamy sandalwood. Absolutely fantastic. Great for winter time. Zadig and Voltaire, this is Him. And the other fragrance that I had to mention, it's one of the best discoveries of this year. It's from house of Loewe, and it is Loewe 7 Anonimo. This fragrance is all about resins, balsams, and leather. This has a heavy dose of incense again, but it's very resinous and leathery. It has a pepperiness also in the opening, but not as scratchy as in here. And this is the resinous part in here, it's more prominent than the incense. And in the dry down you have a heavy dose of leather. Fantastic scent right here. Again, very, very sensual, mysterious, dark, masculine. Although all fragrances are unisex, of course, it all depends on your taste, but I think this one leans a bit into the masculine side of things. Nonetheless, if you love resinous, balsamic fragrances, this is a must try. High quality scent right here. Loewe 7 Anonimo, great performance. This is an eau de parfum concentration, and Zadig and Voltaire, this is Him. These two fragrances in the number 2 spot. And my number 1, it's still my favorite designer fragrance ever from the house of Dior, and it is Dior Homme Parfum. Dior Parfum is still my number 1 and will always be my number 1 while it's still available. Although now it's harder to get, but it's still available, at least here in Europe. Dior, for some reason, they changed the Dior Homme line, which was the best designer line for me, but well, that aside, this is still available, was not reformulated, now comes in the 100 ml bottle size. This is the original 75 ml bottle size, but the formula is the same, so I'm very happy to know that. And soon I will purchase a 100 ml bottle size so I can do a comparison video for you guys. But for that reason, because it was not reformulated, because it's still available, this is still my number 1. Fantastic. This is all about iris, leather, rose, and a hint of cedarwood. This is a very powerful fragrance, a very intoxicating and very regal, opulent fragrance. I mean, the performance here, it's borderline nuclear. This is a masterpiece. I absolutely love this. It's Dior Homme Parfum, my number 1 designer winter fragrance. Now let's talk about niche fragrances. Coming in the number 5 spot, actually the fragrance that I will mention was my number 1 on my winter fragrance list of last year. But in the number 5 spot, it's still here in this list, still from House of Xerjoff from the Join the Club collection. It is More Than Words. More Than Words is one of my favorite rose oud fragrances. This is all about oud, jammy sweet rose with dried fruits, and what a stunning scent. This is intoxicating, this is sweet, it's woodsy, it's very cozy and yet very opulent at the same time. This really smells like a friend of mine said once, this smells like winter. Just a number 5 spot because, well, the other 4 fragrances actually are newcomers into this list, and they are fantastic also, so it was very hard to do a list and even to choose just 5 niche fragrances, but well, this one it's still fantastic, great performance. Actually all of these fragrances perform really well, and this is very sensual. It's More Than Words from Xerjoff. In the number 4 spot, it's from House of Francesca Bianchi, and I'm so happy that finally this year I discovered her offerings. I already have 3, and I hope in the near future to buy more 3 fragrances from her. This fragrance is fantastic also. It is the Dark Side. So with the name The Dark Side, you are expecting a very dark fragrance. Not as dark as you could expect, but it's still fantastic, and I have to say it's another masterpiece from Francesca Bianchi. This is all about honey, a heavy dose of honey with a lot of spices, iris, this very full-on buttery, suede iris with amber and frankincense. This is the reason why I'm not featuring Ambra Aurea, and this is the reason why I'm not featuring any Amouage fragrance for the first time. This one has everything. This is intoxicating, this is complex, but it's very likable, at least for me, of course, although this can be very challenging for some noses, of course, but this for me it's very likable and it's very addictive. It's different because it's a very unique and original combination of notes with honey, with iris, with amber, frankincense, and it's all so natural. It's also put together, has a really natural feel, a realistic part in here, and it's very carnal, very sexy. It's fantastic. I absolutely love this. This is an extrait de parfum, like all Francesca Bianchi fragrances. I love this. Perfect for wintertime is The Dark Side in the number 4 spot. Now coming in the number 3 spot, it's from Profumum Roma, and of course Profumum Roma fragrances needed to be featured in this video, and it's not Ambra Aurea this time, but it's the best patchouli fragrance ever created, in my opinion, of course. And I already did the top 10 best patchouli fragrances, and of course this one was very well featured in that video, so feel free to check that video out if you have yet to. So in the number 3 spot is, of course, Patchouly. Patchouly from Profumum Roma. It's a bold, heavy, earthy, damp, chocolatey, cakey patchouli with myrrh. Quite resinous, earthy, chocolatey, full-on patchouli. And this is very intoxicating and very masculine, in my opinion. This goes more into the masculine side of things, but again, if you're a woman, if you love patchouli, I think this is a must-have, in my opinion. But of course, you need to love this type of patchouli. Like, if you love Xerjoff Psychedelique, you will love this one. If you love real patchouli from Boys 1920, you will love this one. So I think if you love this type of earthy, chocolatey patchouli, this is a must-have. Great performance, and this is the best patchouli in my opinion. It's very realistic, has a natural feel, it's linear, and it's perfect the way it is. After all, this is a Profumum Roma fragrance. Love it. It's Patchouly from Profumum Roma in the number 3 spot. Coming in the number 2 spot from the house of Guerlain, and this fragrance is one of the best fragrances ever created. Although I'm a bit biased because I love Guerlain, it's my favorite perfume brand, but this one is really one of the best ever created from the L'Art et la Matière collection. It is Angelique Noire. This fragrance is the most sophisticated, the most elegant fragrance in this list, and still perfect for winter. This is all about Angelica. You have the Angelica seed, the Angelica root, with jasmine, pear, vanilla, with a hint of suede. What a fantastic fragrance this is. This is sensual. This is cozy, delicious, the most sophisticated vanilla fragrance ever. Great performance. I mean, I absolutely love this. This is a masterpiece. Perfect for winter time. Very sensual, very sexy, I would even say. It's Angelique Noire from Guerlain. I have yet to review this one. This definitely deserves a proper review. In the number 2 spot, again, Angelique Noire. And finally, coming in the number 1 spot, it's from the house of Ramon Monegal, and this is for me the best niche fragrance release of this year, although I did not at all try all the new niche fragrance releases, but from the ones that I tried, this is definitely the best one. From Ramon Monegal, again, it is Faisa. Faisa is fantastic, delicious, addictive, and so powerful. I already did a review of this one, and still, look at this beautiful bottle presentation right here. I absolutely love this. And feel free to check my review of this fragrance so you will see the whole presentation, that it's amazing. Faisa is the longest lasting, the most powerful, the best performer fragrance in my collection. This fragrance is all about saffron. It's all about oud, raspberry, rose, vanilla, caramel, mimosa. Man, we start this list with in the niche side of things with the rose oud, and we will finish with rose oud. Although the rose oud in here is not as prominent as in Xerjoff More Than Words. Here you have a heavy dose of caramel, raspberry, and mimosa. So here, although the rose oud is prominent, but or at least it's here, it's there, but you still have other very prominent notes too. Overall, this is sweet, it's warm, it's woodsy, it's resinous, it's very, very sexy in my opinion. And again, you need to go easy on the trigger, because you will not feel one room, you will feel 2 or 3 rooms even. This can be very overwhelming if you overspray, and even if you spray your clothes, this will last for more than 1 or 2 days even. Go easy on the trigger with this one, but this for me, it's really pure joy in the bottle. Man, it literally feels like you're being touched by the sunlight. Ah, man, and what a powerful sunlight it is. Number 1 winter fragrance, definitely. It's Faisa from Ramon Monegal. If you love these type of notes, I think this is a must try. Again, it's sweet, can be overly sweet even. You need to have a sweet tooth, but it's also quite resinous, it's floral, it's creamy, it's caramelized. I really love this one. Perfect for winter is Ramon Monegal Faisa. Guys, I hope you enjoyed this list. Tell me in the comments down below what fragrances will you wear during this winter time. Tell me everything in the comments down below, guys. Can't wait to see what fragrances will you wear this year, this winter. And Merry Christmas and Happy Holidays. Stay safe, guys. Ciao.